So life. Man, it looks like the moon is still out. Look at that. Beautiful, 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 what you call it? It is Monday. Or shall I say happy Memorial Day? Yes, it is Monday in the making. A new beginning. I'm calling it. A new beginning by itself. That's what I'm going to call it this morning. Yes. Beautiful Monday. You know, life. Life is an amazing, what do I say? Amazing, amazing journey. Yes, it is. And what you make of life is one's choice. I know sometimes circumstances doesn't help us, but those circumstances doesn't have to rule our lives. We could make our situation, no matter what situation you're in, you can actually still find inner peace. Yes. No matter your situation, you can still find inner peace. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear this because we've been programmed to think that way. But it doesn't matter what your situations, certain situation, I'll say, you can still find peace. Yeah, you can find that thing that gives you peace. So however you want to look at it, it is one's individual choices, shall I say. So this morning, I am being my own guide, meaning I never let my situation take control of how I think. Don't get me wrong, it can be difficult sometimes to actually be able to focus. Look at that pretty grass right there. Look at that. It can be difficult sometimes to actually be able to focus, but it can be done. Look at that sun. And one of the many ways that I've learned over the years is learning how to sit still. That beautiful park right there before I start moving on. It's learning how to sit still. Is a requirement. Look at that bird flying. I can't see it. So the whole thing about sitting still for me is just finding that inner space, finding that energy that grounded me. However way you want to look at it, or what sort of pronunciation you want to use for the end of it, it is up to you. But for me, I find getting up early in the morning, stretching, doing yoga and meditating, I really get high on life with it. It's like a high all day long. Then with this little bit of challenge that I got, which is to get up and just run a marathon a day, no matter how the situation is, I'm always grounded. I do have my own moods. It just never get out of hand to where it makes me feel sorry for myself. I just refuse to let that happen, and I've done a good job at it the last couple of many years now. I just refuse. The emotions are there, but I welcome it and just laugh with it. That's what I do. I welcome the emotion, I laugh with it, and I just let it go. And that's why occasionally, every 4 or 5 months, every 5-6 months, I lose my temper a little. I do. I end up saying things that I shouldn't say, and I was like, well, maybe it's for the right reason. And I've been very lucky to where every time I view my opinion in a harshly manner, it is just because it is just meant to be. So, that being said, being grounded, I've practiced that over the years. I'm just going to speak for me. I don't think anything can calm me down as much as breathing into my body every morning. I've been saying this lately because yoga has taken a new turning for me to where I just don't see myself practicing yoga without push-ups. So like literally, I do the push-up very slowly, try to build that inner strength, then begin to stretch. And what it does, it makes the yoga become more meditative. So I learned that from studying metaphysics yoga. It is amazing what the spine can do. It is amazing what push-ups can actually do to your chakras. You really want to open up your chakras, you gotta learn how to do your push-ups and the yoga mat. And you'll be really amazed what it builds. Because from the whole session of the yoga, everything is meditation, the way you stretch your body. Because our body can really stretch. There's a lot of open-ups, a lot of spaces in the body that I never even realized existed. And a prominent example of it is how my spine, the connection of it to the brain that I've been feeling lately, and just stretching my body very lightly every morning, doing push-ups. So during these runs, every 5 miles I do push-ups. Like pretty much I just do the push-ups and the stretching all the way. There's something about contracting that whole muscles together. And when I'm doing these push-ups, I'm not using a lot of energy because it's just the chi and the flow of life just lifts me up and down. Even when I'm moving my body doing these 26 miles, I'm not doing no pounding of my body. I'm just letting life move me. When I see people run these days, it really amazes me because I know they're just going 4 or 5 miles. So eventually, the way they move really does wear their body down very quickly. So, and that's the whole science behind running that I'm like, wow, when you've done this thing for so long, you begin to learn the whole essence of it, the way your body moves, the way you lift your feet very gently to the ground. Everything is all in its own right. Good morning.
Morning.
Have a good run. Everything is always in its own. Is very scientific, shall I say? It's a movement, and the more you practice yoga, the more running makes sense. Most people don't even know how to run. They think they do, but they don't. So actually, the real runners, before they pick up the bad habits, are actually the 2-year-olds up to maybe like 12, because just the way they move their strides, their body language, it allows them to breathe longer, and they're able to move at a rapid, easy energy that is so amazing. All you have to do is watch a little kid. It's really funny how we don't even put walking into practice anymore. Walking 4 or 5 miles a day shouldn't be no problem for an average human being. It's just funny that most cannot even get out and walk 5 miles. There's just no acceptance for that. That's just the biggest of the excuse. Many will say, oh, my knee gave up, my knee is this. It's all in the mind. Because when the intelligent designed us, he designed us with all the resources that we needed, believe it or not. Whether it's the plants, how to breathe into the body, to make it healthy, all those things come into play. They do exist. And I think because we've been separated to be limited to a certain stories that we tell, so we almost think it's impossible. It's really funny when I tell people, yeah, I run a marathon every day. It's like, oh, 26 miles. And my answer is always, trust me. It doesn't compare to what a woman has to do when she pushes out the baby. And the question is, why do I say that? And my answer is always, because you are more into your masculine thinking than you realize. So we're not balanced. Everything is man. So when you're not balanced, hey, just like a plane, when you put so much stuff in it, they're not going to lift up until that thing is balanced so that gravity can pull it up. So that's just the way life is. And that's why sometimes science, man, it correlates so much with religion and spirituality that we actually just take it out. We want to make it look like it don't matter. And many will really think that I'm a runner. No. Most people are not runners. They think they don't understand running, but they haven't really gravitated towards it. It takes years and years of training and moving very slowly to be able to understand that thing. I used to think I'm a runner too, until I realized every day is a new learning. So the discipline that comes into yoga and meditation, I'm going to keep on saying it, it really truly does help with mental health. Mental health is really, really one of the things right now. I call it mental wealth right now, because we're just lacking that. We've made all the monies in the world, travel. But the main key of life, which is that mental health, we just do not understand it. Really amazing. It's just the way people think. It's almost like we have to walk around like robots. We never do our own research. As a saying that everyone used to say, oh, running jacks up your joint. I'm surprised I'm still moving after 46,000 miles. So to me, that's a myth in its own, that wow, how we put so much limitation on one another just so that we can control. But the key thing that many don't want to do, you got to do yoga every day. Stretch your body every day. You are not designed to just wake up out of bed and just start your day. Absolutely impossible. Just like your cars, you got to warm them up. It's just like in the morning, nature does it. If you're the type that likes to do sun gazing every morning, the first 1 hour is very warm. Not very warm, shall I say. You could actually look at the sun to engage and soak up all the energy, and you get it. So I'm trying to look at as much as I can, feel it in my brain. So after a certain hours, it begins to get even harder. Good morning. Have a great day. It begins to get harder to where you cannot look at the sun anymore. Then when it starts to cool down in the evening, to do your sun gazing, because the sun, the light in it, is all that energy. So everything is all about that. Nature is right there. Nature. We are nature. We are the tree. We are the bushes. But for some reason, stories just take us away from it. It's not even that serious. One of my friends was showing me all the plants yesterday that I walk by every day that I don't even know that I can eat. And I'm like, what the biscuit? It is really amazing what you can learn when you begin to pay attention. So my grandmothers, they were all about the earth. They make all these herbs from roots, from flowers. Absolutely amazing. I wish I was actually listening, because I used to look at it like, what the biscuit is this? So now looking back at it, I'm just like, wow. Especially when I look at health issue here. It's really funny these days. Everybody thinks they're old. We're so afraid of aging that from the age of 30, people just break down, 40. And I just said to myself, there's one thing I might not be able to control certain things, but as far as the way I look, the way I carry myself, agelessly, I can control that. And I really put all my effort into it. I really, I'm like, I might not be able to control all the things, but at least my brain, my mind, spirit, I can control that. I don't want to be one of them 50-year-olds that's just going to sit down there, just let myself go like that. Absolutely impossible. Absolutely impossible. So I do things in a moderation, in a nice manner. Let me read this. It said, I wish I used to pay attention to them also. Yes, it is very important. And that's why sometimes when I'm talking, people, it comes out as if it's not radical, but when you've been lied to so much, these days I laugh a lot. Because I remember when I lived in Africa for a little bit, we put so much attention into going back to England that, we got to go back. England is on. We put so much attention to that. Don't let me even say biscuit word. So much attention to it, I forget to even enjoy the nature part of Africa, the holistic way, the teaching. And that's how when I started to read about it, I was mad for a little bit. But once I realized, you can't erase the past. You cannot do anything about the past. All you could do is not make the same mistake anymore. So I began to be more Afrocentric. I began to learn about me even more culturally. I read books. And I laugh these days when I see so many Africans who are proud to call themselves their African names. For the life of me, I don't know why every time we go to England and come down here, we have to change our names to a European name just because we want people to be able to pronounce it. And my whole thing is, if I speak another language, people can pronounce your name properly because human beings were very unique. We're very unique. And that's why I still carry my name the way it is, because once you respect your own self, your own name, you are able to respect others. If you are not respecting your cultural background or your name, even though you pretend that you're not racist, deep down you have that stereotype to others. But when you embrace your nationality, no matter where it is from, you're never going to discriminate towards others. Never. Absolutely impossible. You can't do that. So that's why when I look at the whole thing, especially Yoruba people, I hear them call themselves James, John. I'm like, come on. Our names are Adeolu, Ayotunji, Adekunle, Oluwakemi. That's our names. That's our names right there. So embrace it. Let other people pronounce it for you. And I've been on that thing too, where you see somebody from Africa, we ask them, what's your English name? I'm guilty of it too. I can't even believe I used to say, yeah, what's your English name, mate? Oh, now when I look at it, I'm like, what the biscuit? Be proud of who you are. So yes, another beautiful day. Coming out here to do this 26 miles. 26 miles is so easy these days, quite honest with you. It's like a stroll in the park. I love it. It makes me just smile. 26 miles. Come on. Not even that serious. They see that's enough math right there about marathon. Come on now. 26 miles. No offense. But yes. It ain't nothing. And when I look at it, it's just because we don't really respect the feminine power much. We tangle with it. So that's why sometimes I kind of question the whole we praise all these great, I don't know what to say, but all these great thinkers, philosophers, spiritualists, but yet they all came out of a woman. So let me just leave that alone. But yes, another 26 miles today. I think this is marathon number, I don't know. I can't wait to get 50. I got to check tonight to see how many I've got. So, but yes, I'm going to say happy Monday. Embrace who you are culturally, spiritually. Wear your pride, so where's my bees right here? Yes, that's why lately I've been wearing this. And it's funny that I get more criticism for wearing these bees from the Africans than from other nationality. Now that is just one thing, because everybody can put on a cross, a chain, you name it. But I cannot wear this without people looking funny. I'm like, man. But I will say this. When we wear this, we say Alafia. We pray, we say Ashe. We say Orumila. We say Ogun. We say things. We call Yemoja. We call Oshun. Just like any other names. And that's just my message across, that yes, one day I want to be able to go on TED Talk with this kind of beads on and wear it, because it's almost like we respect every other culture except for the African traditions, and we need to come together and stop that biscuitness. So yes, to all you Yoruba people, that's what I'm going to say, that's ashamed of these beads right here. This is what our grandfathers used to wear. That's why they say a caro, a castle. But yeah, let me go ahead and finish this 26-mile meditative jog. And I might stop and have lunch with one of my friends. And of course, I already know what she wants to talk about. She's ready to convert me. But I'll sit down and just listen, because that's what everyone does. They're always trying to convert me. So I'm going to say, Me Olodumare, Iyemoja Ogun. And the word voodoo that everybody always say, I'm going to say, because they say that a lot on the social media. If your alcohol and your crack cocaine is not voodoo, I don't know what it is, because that really makes you go wild. Then killing the chicken and spreading the blood everywhere. So I want to say happy Monday. And may Allah continue to bless you. I share one love and peace.